and Insanity Plea from 1875. My extended Boatwright line features in today's genealogy storytelling. Oscar Boatwright and his younger brother Robert, who was 15 at the time, lived in St. Louis. In December of 1874, they were out and about in the streets, and they met up with another group of boys, and they got in a fight. During that fight, Charles Woodson beat Oscar with a big rock, killing him. Charles Woodson's trial was in March of 1875, with the judge, a jury, the prosecution and defense counsels, and a courtroom completely packed with spectators. Robert slipped into the room, walked to the front, unsheathed a foot-long butcher knife, and stabbed Charles Woodson to death, where he sat next to his attorney, who was completely astonished. He almost got away, but he was captured and disarmed by onlookers. Now, at Robert's trial, his father testified that Robert had had typhoid when he was 11 years old, and it had obviously affected his mind. He said that his family tried to always have a minder with him at all times after that. But they did say that there was a lot of erratic behavior, and this was backed up by neighbors and a family doctor. The doctor felt that because the family had had 4 of their 6 male children die from epilepsy, he thought that Robert's mental state had been brought on by epilepsy that was exacerbated by the typhoid. So that trial ended in a hung jury, 10 for acquittal and 2 for conviction. The prosecution didn't show up for the second trial when it was scheduled, and they were given 1 week to get their stuff together and get back in there, or the case would be nolle prosequi, which is dropped. But they did come back, and the second trial also ended in a hung jury in December of 1876. So in 1877, Robert was bailed out on $5,000. In 1880, he pled guilty to a lesser charge of second-degree murder, and he was fined $500, which was stayed to give him time to get out of the city within 24 hours. Now, the family, including Robert, was still in St. Louis until 1885, but they then vanished from the city's records. I'm not sure what happened after that.